Recently, the University of Otago vice-chancellor Harlene Hayne made some statements about the drinking culture, specifically around North Dunedin, North East Valley, that area, that the liquor industry hasn't actually reacted that well to. But the first thing to do is check out what Harlene Hayne actually said. She said this, quote, recently, "The excessive consumption of alcohol by young people and the impact of this consumption on the health, safety and well-being of our students, the reputation of the university and the city of Dunedin is of great concern, not only to us, but to the community as a whole. The unacceptable proliferation of liquor outlets in North Dunedin and the ready availability of cheap alcohol is the heart of this problem." Now, the liquor industry, in specific Mark Strawn, who is the independent liquor general manager, has come out saying, whoa, whoa, whoa. The proliferation conversation, Dominic George, he's made the point that in the past 3 years there's only been one new liquor licence granted in that area, of which that has now closed down.
Exactly. So where's this proliferation?
Yeah. So he's saying, no, that's not the case.
No.
But I wonder if he's missing the wood for the trees a little bit. The conversation is a bit bigger about the alcohol culture than just about that specific example.
And to be fair to Harlene Hayne, she's probably just trying to clean up her patch, her part. I think the issue goes a lot deeper than that. I mean, part of the attraction to coming down to Otago University, I mean, that's what students come down. They know that the culture is predominantly a party/booze culture. That's part of the appeal. They're making a very concerted effort, and it has been concentrated and orchestrated over the last few years, and I've noticed it from the time where I was a student in the sort of the late 90s to where we've got now. Take the great triumvirate of the Cook, the Guardies, and I know that the Cooks come back, but it's in a different guise now. Right. And the greatest of them all, the Bowler, they're not there anymore.
Don't exist.
No, exactly. University's bought up two of those sites, and the Cooks come back as kind of a crafty place that students aren't really going to frequent because they can't afford crafties. Who can?
They can't afford a $19 beer.
Well, exactly.
Is that the reason?
So look, in my opinion, there's been a massive effort on behalf of the university to try and clean up this. Facetiously, one could say it's because they're trying to stamp out that perception. And if you're an overseas parent, for example, looking to send your kid to some far-flung university, images of street parties and burning couches may not be the desirable thing. I know that they're under pressure from the government to attract more international students. That look isn't one that they necessarily want going global. So this is definitely part of that effort to try and clean up that look.
So Mark Strawn, who again was from the liquor industry, he's come out also saying that that the comments by Professor Harlene Hayne also were based around the days you can sell alcohol and the hours you can sell alcohol. So he has said this in response to that point. Not even the churches still rail about the days alcohol can be sold on, so that perhaps puts the university's mindset in perspective.
I think he raises, that's a really good point there. I mean, really, there's like the last people that kind of actually, what are they, prohibitionists now? You'd almost think so.
I think it's only fair that we should wrap up on Professor Harlene Hayne's response, because she made a comment. She's had that comment responded to, and she's responded to the response.
Let's go to the response to
the response to the response of the response. She says this: "We know that the identity of liquor outlets is the key driver of alcohol consumption by young people. From this perspective, less is more, and that includes sales of liquor at supermarkets." Professor Harlene Hayne. So I guess what she's saying is, okay, so there may not have been lots more, but it's a lot more accessible maybe now, which is a part of the issue that they're
it absolutely is, and what she's doing is talking about that student area, that North Dunedin area, and there's nothing wrong with that. The thing is, though, students are a lot more mobile now. When I was a student, one guy out of like 100 would have a car. Everyone's got a car. Pack and saves 10 minutes away. They go there and buy it.